Hey folks, Fernando doing another video for the Modern Survivalist. So I thought I'd do a video about the Glock Armors course I took this week, and this is the official one given by the Glock people in your country. If you ask around, you'll probably see it sometime during the year, and it was absolutely worth it. It's about 4 or 5 hours in which you get explain how to work with Glock pistols. The course is basically some information that you probably know about the Glock, some that you probably don't know. You get explained how to field strip your Glock, of course, and then fully disassemble it to the basic components and how to do it correctly. That's something that most people think they know everything about it. You're still going to be learning. I mean, I thought I knew pretty much everything that there was to be known, but I still got a few good tips out of it. So even if you think you know everything there is to be known about the Glock, still recommend it because no doubt you're going to be learning something. We got explained also, you know, what are the more common problems they face when working with Glocks in terms of, you know, it's easy to just replace, you know, a broken spring, something like that. But it was also interesting to hear about these guys working with problems caused by the owner when they disassemble something and put it back together in the wrong way, or when they poorly or incorrectly maintain their gun, thinking they're doing a good job, and actually they're messing things up. A couple of things that I took from the class, I already knew that you're not supposed to be disassemble your Glock magazine. It was actually nice to be told by them that yes, indeed, that's not the idea. You're not supposed to be disassembling these often at all. In fact, you can leave these as they are for decades without any problem. And if you start disassembling it often, you just, I mean, it's easy to do so. You just push back there and, you know, force it forward. But you're going to be weakening the plastic, and you're more likely to have this slide off eventually. So leave it as it is unless there's actually a reason to disassemble the magazine. Also, a couple things with the slide stop lever that you have here. I was explaining that once you put it back together, it has to verify that it's positioned in the right spot. Move it back and forth like this, you see? Just 1 millimeter. It's supposed to have that movement. If you don't have that 1 millimeter movement, then it's incorrectly positioned in regards to the pin. So that's something I really didn't know before. Of course, when pushing this pin to wiggle it a bit so as to not... you're not supposed to force it, and indeed, many guys in the class had a messed up a slide stop because they were forcing this out, you know, maybe punching it out with a hammer or using unnecessary force. No, just use your Glock tool and just wiggle it a little bit. It should come out just using your hands. No hammer needed or anything like that. One of the things that they see a lot is people oiling the firing pin. You know, and inside where the firing pin is, there really should be no oil at all. It should be completely clean and dry. But when people start oiling or greasing that, then there's chances of misfires, of problems like that. So that's something they check when they get to work with a gun. Other than that, really, there's not a lot of things that can go wrong with a Glock. They just are great guns, and any spring that breaks, it's easy enough to repair. One of the other things with the trigger spring, it has to be placed in that S position, right? When you pull it out. But not only that, also make sure, then this is a good tip that I didn't know of, that it's aligned properly. You see how you can kind of see the end of the spring? It has to be correctly in line. And also when you pull it out, the entire assembly, the other end should be in that same position as well. Make sure it is before pushing it back in. It's very easy to just, you know, fall that out of the notch which is supposed to be aligned and then end up in a weird position. Nothing's going to be happening, but it's just forcing that little spring in an unnecessary position. And beyond that, you just get to hang out with cool people, learn always something new. So it's absolutely worth it. If you get the chance, maybe if you're in the police and your department pays for it, you know, yeah, sign up to it. Absolutely. You get a few things. You get a few goodies. Of course, not the gun, but you're gonna be getting a little keychain. You get the tool that you use during the course, which is the typical Glock tool for disassembling. A little pen. buyer's guide with, you know, latest Glock models and such. Just nice to have the nice pictures and all. Sticker, a little bag, the hat, which is pretty cool hat. With the Glock, this is no Chinese crappy copy. This is the real deal thing, the real Glock hat. Little poster, a mat that you use for working with a gun during the class. So you use if you take your own gun, that's better. But if not, they provide a Glock for you to work using the tool and using the mat. So here's where you do all this assembling. And of course, the mat has the graphics and explaining how to oil the gun properly. We were told, yes, a little drop of grease, which that's something I do. I use a little bit of molly there in that spot, then oiling just a couple of drops in the slide, the barrel. Just leave the magazine as it is, and then of course you get your official Glock certified little diploma thing, which is good for working on Glocks for 5 years. After 5 years, you're supposed to get the course again, which makes sense given new models coming up and things you should know about, so as to do things correctly. Guys, that's gonna be all for now. Just remember to subscribe to the channel, hit that notification bell button, share with other people, and that's gonna be it. See you on our next video. Have a great day.